Hey, welcome, Right Edition. You know what? There's a conspiracy of sorts going on out there. It's called a right-wing conspiracy because they want to have freedom. Who would have thunk it? Hey, I mean, I'm right-wing John Wayne. I've been often told that, and freedom is a real kind of cool thing. And last year I went to FreedomFest. It was neat. It was new to me at the time, and it was a love fest, basically, of freedom-loving people. And I got on the phone here. I'm going to meet him in person again here probably next week. And Mark, you're there with me?
I am.
It's kind of a funny way to do an interview. Usually we get to look at you, but Rick is going to put up some pictures so we get to see what it's all about. But Freedom Fest, it's just even the name is kind of sexy. You know what? I like it, and when I first heard of it again a year ago, I thought these are my kind of people. Now this is your kind of show. You started it. You created it. Is that true?
Yes, we started it. In fact, this will be our 10th year. Next year will be our 10th anniversary. And it really is a rock and roll show. It's in Vegas, entertainment capital of the world. And it's kind of a Renaissance gathering. It's an intellectual feast. It's a gathering of great thinkers and authors, philosophers, scientists, politicians. We have a little bit of everything there. So we talk and we have lots of debate. Our two... I'd say we are expecting close to 2,000 people here this year. Last year we had a few more. We had Donald Trump show up, which was quite a circus. But we have over 200 speakers. We have Steve Forbes and John Mackey of Whole Foods Markets, who are our co-ambassadors. And they're very busy executives, but they take the time to spend all 3 days at our conference. So you can tell it's a pretty important conference for people to come together and learn and network and socialize and celebrate liberty, or what's left of it.
Oh, hey, no kidding. George Foreman's a speaker there also, isn't he?
Right, so he's our keynote speaker.
Yeah.
In fact, when Don King found out, he decided to come. And so it's really going to be a fun gathering to talk about Muhammad Ali, but also to talk about entrepreneurship, because George Foreman sold his grill business for $138 million several years ago. So he's been a very successful entrepreneur. And that's one thing we do at Freedom Fest. We have a business conference. We have top business leaders coming from all over the world, including Andy Puzder from Carl's Jr. Last year we have Steve Wynn. We just have a lot of individuals. We have a 3-day investment conference and major financial gurus in that respect. We have an Anthem Film Festival. So there's a little bit of everything for everybody. And so it's an intellectual feast in the desert.
When is it? What's the dates of it?
Yeah, it's next week. It's July 13th through the 16th, 2016. And we take over Planet Hollywood in Las Vegas, free parking. We have special rates of $109 for room rates. We are close to selling out with the room rates, but there's plenty of places to stay in Vegas. So if people go to freedomfest.com, they can read all about us. Come join us. Come join in the festivities. People are signing up every day.
Can other people still come from far off?
Oh,
I mean, they can still make reservations online and all that stuff, huh?
That's right. If they go to freedomfest.com, they can register online.
They
can show up at the door.
Let me also add to all of our viewers that last year when I was there was also a trade show kind of an atmosphere, and I spent a lot of time at the Tea Party's booth and many other booths all about freedom, and it is kind of exciting. You get to rub shoulders with people of like minds and so on, so it is kind of the place to be. And also, of course, you can go down after hours and play cards if you wish. So no, it's kind of fun. What inspired you to come up with this idea?
Well, I thought for some time that we're all herding cats and going in different directions, and we needed to come together once a year and physically meet to network and to learn from each other what strategies are working, because frankly we're losing the battle for freedom, because more and more everything is either being mandated or prohibited, and we need to break from that. And this is an election year, and I think it's important to be part of that, but we also think that financial freedom is very important. We don't want to lose our ability to earn money, which gives us the leisure time and the freedom to do what we want to do. So I'm from the financial background, so like you mentioned, the exhibit hall, the Trade Show for Liberty, has a lot of financial connections there to help people survive and prosper. We have healthy living. We have yoga. We have all kinds of ways for people to live longer and better lives. It's really a lot of fun. In fact, we have a video, a 3-minute video. If you go to freedomfest.com/videos, you'll see what we did last year and a lot of interviews, and gives you a sense of how exciting this event is.
And I was there last year, as I've already said, so I get all of that. And for everybody that's watching our show, when I'm there next week, Mark, you and I and Joanne will get together, and they'll get to see us all instead of just seeing this kind of an ugly Apple phone here. Hey, iPhone. So we'll be able to chat and tell everybody what's going on as is going on, because it really is a show to go to. If you have right-wing kind of tendencies, don't you know, you should probably show up. Freedom is something you got to talk about with other people, and freedom is something you got to fight for. And this show of yours kind of brings a lot of that together. Not the fighting so much, but it's peaceful minds, of course.
And we
it's
do have
fun.
a lot of debates. That's one thing that John Mackey of Whole Foods really likes about Freedom Fest. And this year we have a socialist coming in. We tried to get Bernie Sanders, but he seemed to be preoccupied. But we brought in John Romer, who is a socialist/Marxist teaching at Yale University, of all places.
Oh my.
And he's going to debate John Mackey. And we have global warming on trial. That's our mock trial this year. We're going to debate Donald Trump, pro and con. So there's a lot. We have Dinesh D'Souza debating Michael Shermer on the Bible. Is that the Word of God, or is that a bad theology? So
I thought
there's something for everybody.
Did I see somewhere, did you tell me that Ed Ashner is there also? Is he?
Yeah, Ed Asner is coming, and we have this panel
Mr. Grant.
on voting access. Of course, you know, he wants to have more and more voting access and doesn't want you to have an ID or anything like that. But we have John Fund there, who's authored a book on voting fraud. We're going to be discussing gerrymandering, which are the techniques that everybody uses to make sure they get reelected every time. It's going to be a rock and roll debate, let me tell you.
Okay, well, I'm looking forward to it. And of course, I'm there too, so we'll look forward to seeing you there. And we'll be back in probably a week on this show, Right Edition, of course, with all the pictures and different things. We look forward to seeing you down there. And, you know, just keep up the good job. I mean, I like it. Freedom. You got to just say it all the time, because so many people don't even understand the word. They think they have it. And in fact, it's being eroded all of the time, and that's why Love Fest about Freedom Fest is a pretty good thing. So thanks so much for your time, and we look forward to seeing you.
Okay, take care. Bye-bye.
Okay, bye-bye.